actually feel bad for our opponent. How about passing turn as the winning play? Oh man. Okay, so now we are sweeping the board and we see what the combat trick is. No, no, it doesn't work like you think it does. Today, guys, we are playing with the most toxic discard I could ever make. This is my 5th deck today. I tried to make for daily video like 4 different decks. All of them were scrapped, and now we will make sure that our opponent suffers as we did. With deck that is all about killing creatures and discarding cards. What do we want? Let's go for this and shoot the sheriff, because Momentum Breaker can hit a creature, a card from the hand, so maybe we'll use it later. For now we have a lot of shoot the sheriffs, and we'll get them to 0 cards so they suffer. Alright, so what can we do here? We can kill... Honestly, this is the card that can stay, which means that we'll make this play. We go for Deceit. By the way, you can, in this deck, as you can see with Watery Graves and the cores, play the Deceit for all the colors, getting the full value of this card. Well, man, knowing what they have, man, okay, I have to say this, guys. I will drop a bomb. Aggro decks right now are terrified of aggro decks, so they play sweepers with aggro strategy. This is a half aggro, half control. Because this deck is slower than Badger decks, so they need to play sweepers just to survive, against other aggro decks. This is getting crazy. So what will we do here? Honestly, I think I have a pretty good idea how we counterplay this board. And I should just play one of them. I'm a little bit too excited of killing every single creature, sorry about that. The correct play was to play the core and kill Halia, because this dude didn't matter. But we didn't get punished. See why this deck is so toxic? Like, there's nothing they can do. Let's go for Ruthless Negotiations and enjoy our more cards when our opponent has 0 cards. This is how we like to play our game. We also have sweepers, so even if they, drop every... By the way, what a draw. If the next card is Liliana, I will lose my mind. But, fortunately... we can do this trick. It will take 2 turns, but we are getting there. We can go that. On the next turn, we can get rid of this. So and we can even go for the Sanctuary. So as you can see, even though we don't have creatures or anything, and I was sure this is a Planeswalker. I'm not even kidding. Let's go for this one. Even though we have nothing in the board, look at this. We have 4 different creatures, and this is our finisher. But first... and you can see how important this Deceit can be. Early game, it's your discard. And it's, 2 mana normal discard. It's amazing. But late game does what Mono Black never could do. Gets rid of enchantments, artifacts, planeswalkers. It's amazing. And it's also a 5/5, so it actually kills very quickly. The Super Void. I mean, they can swing. To be fair, how did you work? I don't remember. Whenever the creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifice. Alright, so, we swing. That's what we do. And we'll choose, because they cannot kill a single creature, so we'll just sacrifice Sanctuary. And that's kinda it. What they get, beginning of end step, if he doesn't have a creature, then they get the card. Alright, that's fine. So we get rid of Sanctuary, I guess. It is what it is. I think it's time to drop... Oh, let's go Aclazotz. By the way, we play tons of Aclazotz because this is perfect finisher. Not only it discards cards all the time, but it also live games, and it's so hard to deal with. And, well, how about our creatures stay, but their creature dies? I tell you what, this is the type of deck... Wait, what? Man, this is mean. This is absolutely mean. I remembered about it. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. We are winning this super hard, don't you worry. Our opponent is Skin Binding, and they get a creature. Alright, I think I know what the strategy is. So let's get some extra cards and we'll just drain them. Okay, let's see what they will get. Aclazotz. Pretty good choice, I fully support it. However, because we are master of our cool Aclazotz, I mean it's still ours. Nice try, bro. Now we are back to the real game. And you know, we can play like this because we have Annex, we have Core, we have so much more value than they will ever have with this deck. So let's drop this guy. And if we pay life, I believe we can make a demon on the same turn, which seems like a pretty good play. Without Sophera, this deck doesn't really work at all. And here's our next Aclazotz. So, yep, they tried to cheat the destiny, but the destiny is still here, and we know exactly how it ends. We swing, so this is 8 damage. And that means on the next turn we just win the game. So let's drop Aclazotz and chill. They cannot really win this, you know, on this turn. So we'll just give them the card and they will probably explode. Yep. But I have to say, the try was nice, but against this deck, like, come on. What can you really do? Well, guys, I have a feeling that we'll discard a lot of cards on the first. I don't know what to think about this hand, but we are definitely discarding stuff. This is my opponent. Thank you very much. So we will hit 4 cards in a row, and then we'll see what we'll draw. We have 3 lands, so we will probably play whatever we draw. Should be fine. Let's get more. Unfortunately, we need double black for this, so our mana will be a little bit restricted unless we hit a little bit more of it. You know, we usually don't aim at triple Deceit on turn 2, but I mean, we can still roll with it. I think this might be Burst Lightning, and they have creatures for 2 mana and higher. Perfect. It has to be Challenger, right? They cannot pump it. Yeah, this must be Challenger. You cannot allow them to draw cards. That's kind of important, because we are playing a discard deck that the whole point is getting them to 0. With this in the board, they can draw 2 cards per turn with like anything they top deck, so it's very scary. They can even Burst Lightning it, it gets prowess, gets to 3 toughness, and because it was targeted, they get a new card, so they can cycle cards like this and try to hit another creature, stuff like this, you know. So, very terrifying for us. This will be a problem, but we should be able to, you know, deal with it at some point. We don't know the last card, but I think we want to be efficient with mana. We deal damage, and we force them to get rid of 2 of them. Probably Burst Lightning and Abrade. Sorry, Shock and Abrade. Those should be the cards that they discard. Oh, unless they have a land. But, I mean, having 3 mana sometimes help, but I guess they go for the value. 2 damage a turn is fine. Until they get the pump spell, we should kinda be, you know, surviving this. But definitely terrifying. You don't want to see double strikers in your board. We will drop this because that means we can Ruthless Negotiation. So in a way, we don't miss a play. We could discard a card, and with this we discard a card. So kind of the same thing. But on the next turn, oh boy, this will be so much better. We can even go for the 5 mana Negotiation from the graveyard if we hit a land. But of course, this is something we need to answer before they go absolutely crazy. Usually the biggest pump they have is like +3. So it's what, 8 damage when they top decked it. So you don't die yet, but it's very, very close. Listen, guys, I mean, that's where this is in the deck. Core, and this is so good. I love this deck because, like, you have the core that gives you all the colors of mana. You have Shocklands for Dimir, and that means that you can play Deceit late game pretty, like, you know, easily for the, you know, blue and black mana. But you need to get there, so this is our part. Oh, and we have really cool stuff here. I will tell you in a second. We cannot go for this. I mean, we go Deceit and Bandit Talent probably. Unless we see something really good, then we change the mind. We could also go for the Demon. You know what? We are live gaining, so we can go for this guy. I will explain in a second. When we discard, they can cast it on creature, but because it's our turn, it's wasted. So even if they have a pump spell, they are guaranteed to not be able to use it. Probably let's go for the Cell Sword, because if they get the pump, this could be the leaf one. So the cards are not very good. which means we can just use Bandit talent, get them to 1 card and start the damage with level 2, and Mono Red is no more. Alright, our opponent helloing. I should play the Grave, but I was busy helloing, so sorry about that. But shouldn't really make a difference. We'll probably find the turn when we can, skip 1 mana. Fabled Passage on Rakdos. How they use the graveyard? Okay, so they will be playing stuff from graveyard probably intensively. They can usually decks that play this also play the corpses of the lost. Our opponent seems to be excited, so I would assume that they are on the play with aggro deck that just hits face. But we'll see, we'll see. Let's try to hit corpses. Do they have it? Nope. Alright. Oh, this is a cool deck. Oh, I actually really like it. I love playing decks like this. But they're usually, like, this card, I literally was watching it today for one of the Rakdos decks I tried to make. But, it's not easy to get there. Yeah. Sorry to hear, bro. Unfortunately, we also need to punish our opponents for, not drawing lands, but by also discarding a lot of cards. And we can go Aclazotz. It's kind of fun because Core is basically a ramp spell. So, the synergy with Annex is just a freebie. This is just a mana stone, so this means you can cast Aclazotz 1 turn faster. And this card is incredibly powerful. As you will see in this game, they probably won't be able to answer it. Like, they need how many? They have 3 cards in the graveyard. So with this, if they hit right, maybe? Okay, but we still get the land, and we still can get the Aclazotz later. Okay. I mean, they are doing stuff. Quite a lot of damage already, but nothing permanent, so we shouldn't mind as much. Okay, so how do we do it? We can get double talent and get them to 1. They will be forced to make some hard decisions, hopefully. They can get the cooler, but once they drop to 0 cards, we'll just play Aclazotz and it stops all of this. That's why we play Aclazotz, by the way. Yeah, I think I really have to say this one. It just feels right for some reason. And because we have level 2 on both of them, the damage is stacking like crazy already. And we can force them to have 1 card, so they will take damage in the future turns. It's not looking great for our opponent. Lavatron. Alright, this is probably not something we super care about. I mean, it will be annoying, but probably nothing more than this. Conviction. I mean, we can just get this Aclazotz going. You know what? I think we can just kill our opponent before they kill us. Like, honestly, we are dealing more damage than they. And we can also draw cards and make sure that they cannot use their cards. They can sacrifice, but they still will have cards in the hand, and they just lost their creature. That was kind of pretty, pretty useful. Wasn't like winning, but, good. Oh my god. I actually, you know what? I really think we need to do it. I'm sorry, bro. They will scoop after this one. They are taking 6 damage. Oh, thankfully for them, this is a card that can be cast from the graveyard. But they are dead on the next turn. They need to kill us on 3 mana, 1 random card, and we are at 16, so I don't think it will work. Those triple talents will kill. I actually feel bad for our opponent. Yep. How about passing turn as the winning play? Oh man. It's been a while since we had triple talent lethal. Alright, our opponent is going first. We have a nice mix of, removal and discard and card advantage and late game. We probably don't need Aclazotz yet, but in a way it's nice to have it, so, if you can survive the Badger onslaught, maybe there is a chance you will get there. I will just kill it because I don't want them to ramp anymore. They're on the play with 2-drop ramp, potentially with Badger into double ramp, Like, you need to stop this madness before, it spreads. What do we go for? We probably want the core. I would love to hit their hand. This is a big choice, but because we don't have good mana, Like, we can only make one of those plays. So I think ramping is better because it allows us Annex into Deceit on the next turn. Of course, that means they can play the big stuff, but, you know, like, they are ramping so hard, they will always get a little bit of extra tempo. Alright. Here we go. The spam badgers, space dragons, and the 1 and 2 drops, and that's how you win standard. I'm salty. I've seen so much of this deck. It's just, you know. So we can answer the space dragon on the next turn, which means that this turn needs to be a nice setup. I think we can get Aclazotz. It won't be able to... Guys, our 5-drop won't even be able to block a 1-drop, because they scale so ridiculously hard. I'm not super happy about it, to be honest. If we make a demon, we are not drawing cards. I really want Day of Black Sun. Okay, I tell you guys, this is actually the stronger play. There is also a small chance we draw removal, which would be absolute blessing. Shoot the sheriff? Nope. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I really hoped for something like this. Basically, I want to get Annex so I can draw Day of Black Sun. Because we probably won't win this unless we sweep the board. You know, it's one of those games where your whole gameplay is trying to draw a sweeper and play it. Like, you know, decks like this basically force this type of gameplay. That's why I'm not a fan of them. We didn't draw the card, which means that we probably just die, right? Bro, our cool 6-drop that kills a creature, has a 5/5, bounces, discards. Well, it's not a match for board of 1-drops. Oh boy, oh boy. Yep, that will be a loss. So they swing call and they win. Alright guys, we are on the draw with no discard, so the shuffler spared our opponent. Oh, this is awkward. Hopefully we'll see another creature because, well, how to say this? This one seems very outlawish. Man, this is bad. Now they can pump all of the spells into this guy. But hopefully you can... Okay. This is good. This is also an outlaw... Come on. By the way, guys, just so we are clear, if you are on the play, you play this and you win the game here. But on the draw, you play this and you probably lose the game. So that's the best play we have, and I'm not sure if that will be enough. We'll try to sweep the board on the next turn, but they still have one play from before, one random. I mean, this dice. And if not being on the draw, this would be such an easy game. Down to 7. Okay, and this is where the clock stops. It's been a lot of damage, man. Okay, let's go. At least, hopefully you can clear the situation. They might have the Dread thing and keep 2/2 for the next turn. Well, unfortunately our mono-red opponent still doesn't know what cards do. So let's read it together. Permanents you control gain indestructible. Let's read this one. Each creature with mana value loses all abilities, for example indestructible, until end of turn, and you destroy those creatures. I mean, it's a thing. This is kinda risky. They have the Ox. I don't think we can play it, honestly. We just wait for the land so we can start with the demon. We don't want to take any extra damage. Our opponent will go for the Bivak. Try to hit face. Here's your counter. It's a very cute counter. Alright, we kill it, we draw a land and we win with Aclazotz. Oh my god, it actually worked. I didn't think it will work, but I don't mind it. Bastron out. Yep, and that's a scoop. Man, even on the draw we managed to do it. I know Momentum Breaker is nice on turn 2, but it doesn't really hit anything special. And let's kill the Dark Confidant, because this card is absolutely threatening. We want to get them to 0 cards, and it won't help us for sure. Let's go double Cruelty and get those cards going to the graveyard. And yeah, I mean, pretty decent start. We definitely want something to refill, like what? Okay, Nighthawk, we can kinda kill it. But first we go for the Cruelty, right? It's better. They keep the last card, which is why I was a little bit hesitant, because the best card still stays, but they also need lands for it. So probably they need to hit a land anyway. Mortify. Man, I love decks like this. I remember when I played every single one of those cards. But oh no. Oh, we are getting the wait, they played Arena. Phyrexian Arena. Well, that's a card that will definitely help them, you know, win on the board with value. So let's get rid of the whole thing. So if not Arena, this is the moment where we would be winning the game and making victory laps. But against Arena, this will be hard. We need to draw Annex. And our opponent, of course, is hitting the like half of their mana base. So this is Dimir. But they somehow hit all the wrong pieces. I can relate to this today. Let's drop this bad boy. You know, the card we just named that we need from the top. We are good at Magic, so of course we got it. This is actually the biggest draw of the whole game. Without it, we wouldn't be able to keep up. With Arena, with Annex, I think we can try to, you know, beat our opponent. Wait. They used Evolving Wilds on turn 1. They took a swamp. This was their choice that they hit the wrong. They are playing 3 colors. Man, I'm just learning as I go here. Do we go Negotiation? Yep. I kind of want to go for the Demon and Swing Face, guys. But we probably should go for the cards first. Let's make sure that we, you know, at least get some of it. Because we also need our cards. Okay, what was the card? Swamp. Now we can play this and play another one. And we are still drawing more cards. And we got them to potentially either 1 or 0 if those are 2 lands. Okay, removal. That's why I also don't go for the demon super hard, because I assume that this deck is full of removal, so it will just die, as long as they are untapped. Hawk. Alright, we can kill this. Maybe we can get a sweeper soon. Oh, we are getting the last card. That's mass. And you know what? I won't care about life total, we just want to hit the right stuff. So we go for the talent. This will help us stack some damage. We probably need to level up both talents. What are you? Oh, they can get stuff from the graveyard. That's scary. We kill the Nighthawk. Like, we need the Sanctuary, I feel. Nope. We need to hit face, because we want to kill our opponent fast. Don't forget, they take damage from Arena too. This Lifelinker probably won't matter too much. We'll just try to kill it on the next turn. And if they play something, it's also 4 damage for the next turn. Actually 5 with Arena. So let's see. Okay, Lifelink. So I've been playing decks like this. So basically they have extra value from Arena. They might be playing Annex too. And they use those creatures to just get the life back. And, you know, just keep fueling it. 2 lands from the top, huh? I see how it is. Okay, so we could go Sanctuary. They probably have 1 removal at least. I mean, let's still do it. We can attack. Man, this is a little bit awkward. I think we go for the Demon. Now we have 2 creatures that need to be removed and they only have 1 card. So we start dealing damage, winning the race. Talents are stacking tons of damage, and if we draw this card we can force them to take more than... Okay, I think that was the winning play. We just needed to make sure we have 2 demons so they cannot kill them. Man, this was actually kinda scary for a moment. But when you get to those plays, well, let's see what our opponent will do. That was the gate. Bro, what? They had chance to take blue mana. Oh man, let's hit the last card. And I'm enjoying discarding every single card. That was Ultima. Bro, this was like a control deck with everything. Alright, our opponent is going first. This might be pretty rough. It depends what they have, but we really love to see a tap land. We can go for Negotiation so we don't miss the plays. But you can see we can completely destroy the whole hand, but will we have time to do it? I'm not sure. We definitely need to hit more lands and get to Aclazotz, but If we miss lands, that will be such a problem. Okay, this is fun interaction because this won't be in hand, so we cannot discard it. And it gets fueled by having little cards, so kinda good against us. We need to hit the next... If we hit land on the next turn, I think we can do it. But if we miss, not so sure about it. This is fine. Aclazotz is something we don't want to lose, but you know, we just need to hit... No way. Okay, this is massive. Okay, with this, we can stabilize. We can fix everything, guys. Because when we get to enough mana, we will just destroy the hand very easily. Like, I'm really happy with how this deck is discarding. You have so many of those cards that, you know, with Annex, you just take one turn and you get rid of all of this. And our opponent knew. Guys, I think this should be really good because we have double negotiation. Actually, negotiation into talent, into Unholy Annex. This is the type of hand we want to have on the play. So let's give our opponent choice. You know, the first discard is never like super meaningful, but every single next one is just more and more progressively painful for opponent. Alright, so they got rid of the Reef. And now we can get into talent, and I'll tell you, I think this is looking mighty fine. We are dropping Annex on the next turn, so we refill, and this is the cool part. If you have a lot of cards, you just trade one card for one card, but you have twice as many, so they will get to 0 faster. And bro, everyone is just scooping to this. People hate this discard, man. And this is this toxic monster that you are enjoying for all of this time. What I'm doing, I'm showing you all the discard cards, because when you realize what the deck is, look at this. This is what is left after you remove discarding cards. Not too much. So this is as hard as we can go. And honestly, I'm so happy that we managed to have this run. We managed to hit 7 wins, 1 loss. Justice has been served, and you know, as I mentioned in the intro, I made so many decks for today, nothing worked. So guys, if you want to support this channel, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps a lot and makes me happy personally after a day like this, and I'm so happy that this one worked. To be absolutely honest with you guys, I think we're a little bit lucky with the games, and some of the scoops were a little bit too fast, so I don't think 7-1 is exactly where we should be, but listen, that was the score, I'll take it, I don't mind it one bit. And some of the games were really brutal, man. Like, when you get to this card and you get few extra cards and this core into Annex, you can discard so many cards per turn while also making your own plays and life gaining and drawing more cards. So I hope you enjoyed this toxic discard. We made sure it hurts, and thank you guys for watching, and thank you to all the patrons for supporting the channel, you know, going extra mile to help make those videos. It's really appreciated, and yeah, you know, not much more to say. I'm really thankful for that. And with that being said, that's it for today, and see you guys tomorrow.